first time I saw the next speaker was at CCN's Bay BitHack, and she came on the stage, and she had no problem chewing out Coinbase or BitPay and saying that she had the best product there, the best API to work with, and I was really taken aback in actually the best way, because she was assertive and she made a really great case for what she was doing in this space. So it's my pleasure to introduce Catheryne Nicholson, the CEO of BLOCKCYPHER.
Good afternoon. I'm Catheryne. Thanks, Jeremy. I am CEO of BLOCKCYPHER. We are the blockchain web services company. And this is the #1 question that I've been asked here. We did just announce our $3.1 million seed raise. And so, yes, this is us. So I'm here to talk about, actually, let me pick this up so I can actually talk about it, the fact that the world does not care about Bitcoin. So with a show of hands, if I can see, how many of you flew out to this conference via plane? Keep your hand up in the air if you know or if you care about the Bernoulli principle. So I'm going to keep my hair up in the air, or my hair is also up, but my hand up in the air because I'm an aerospace engineer and I can't look at an airfoil without thinking about it. But that's the reason why you were able to sit in 100 tons of metal, 30,000 feet up in the air, flying at 600 miles per hour. But I bet you care more about the fact that your plane arrived on time. When you use the internet to send an email to somebody halfway across the world, you don't care and you don't think about TCP/IP, because that's the magic of the internet. The world also does not care about this magic money. The world does not care that you can buy coffee, buy sheets, or book a hotel with this money, because the world has bigger concerns. There are 22,000 children under the age of 5 that die on a daily basis because of poverty. More than half the world exists on less than $2.50 a day. They're trying to survive, not buy alpaca socks. And you guys have seen this slide. The numbers are staggering. 2/3 of the world is unbanked. They're too poor, and they do not have access to capital. You know what the face of this world looks like. It looks like this. Because 70% of the world's poor are women. And so the opportunity is here, and the solution has to be here. The solution comes in microfinance. Women are the #1 customer of microcredit because they make good customers. They actually repay their loans. The Grameen Bank, which is the largest microfinance institution, 94% of them are women. Because when women work, they invest 90% of their income back in their families, as opposed to 35% for men. Remittances. If you go to the financial district in Hong Kong on one of these Women's Day Off, you will see a sea of women lined up so they can send their weekly wages back home to the Philippines. It is a very powerful sight. Bill Gates has been quoted as saying that if we can reduce that interest rate half to 5%, 15 billion will get unlocked towards poor countries. The other thing I want to mention, I want to go back really quickly, the 25% interest rate, I forgot to mention that. Can you imagine if you had to pay 25% interest on your car or your house? It's unfathomable. These people don't have money. How can they possibly pay that interest rate? And almost all of it is transaction cost. It's the same for this interest rate. And so when you look at Bitcoin for the world, what it has to solve is it must break the cycle of generation after generation after generation of poverty. Because with Bitcoin, you can actually touch the face of poverty, because you can send it without permission and without borders. And so the opportunity for Bitcoin is for humanity. Thank you, Michelle. These deep global issues are never going to get solved if Bitcoin does not get easier. Because right now, we're at the stage where you have to build a plane in order to fly. You have to set up an SMTP server before you send an email. We have to make Bitcoin easier to enable those issues to get addressed. And so we at BLOCKCYPHER are trying to make Bitcoin easier so that it has a chance to mature and fulfill its potential. We offer highly differentiated services, such as a confidence factor, which allows you to process a transaction within 10 seconds instead of waiting for the very long 10-plus minute confirmation time by the blockchain. We offer a multi-sig API and a bridge to send from a standard to a higher secured multi-sig address, as well as a double spend webhook to guard against theft and loss, because this is a huge problem right now. And our customers are using BLOCKCYPHER to send money to Mexico via sendbitcoin.mx, which is now part of MexBT, who's here at this conference, to send remittances to the Philippines via Pelerin, and to execute trades faster in Asia via CoinHako. Bitcoin, in a way, the success of Bitcoin will be determined by when we stop talking about it. Because it needs to go the way of the magic of flight, the magic of internet. And so we at BLOCKCYPHER are trying to make blockchain magic so that Bitcoin can become magic. Thank you very much.